Hello and welcome. We are Vanijja. Today we are providing a foundational overview of international transport documents used in trade. Did you know that choosing the wrong type of transport document can result in your goods arriving at a port days before the paperwork does? This forces you to pay expensive demurrage or storage fees while you wait for a single piece of paper to arrive in the mail. In international trade, the term bill of lading is often used loosely to describe any transport document. But under strict banking rules known as UCP 600, using a specific type when the contract calls for another can lead to serious issues. Banks may refuse payment, or carriers may refuse to release the cargo. This video simplifies the specific types of transport documents recognized globally. By understanding the distinct function of each, you will be able to ensure smoother customs clearance and faster payment for your shipments. We will break down the 5 core documents you need to know in this order. The Marine or Ocean Bill of Lading, the Multimodal Transport Document, the Non-Negotiable Seaway Bill, the Charter Party Bill of Lading, the Air Transport Document. First, let's look at the most traditional document, the Marine or Ocean Bill of Lading. This document covers shipments moving strictly from one seaport to another seaport. The most critical characteristic of this document is that it acts as a document of title. This means the physical piece of paper itself represents ownership of the goods. Think of a negotiable bill of lading like a physical bank check. Just as you must present a physical check to a bank to get cash, the receiver must surrender at least one original bill of lading to the shipping line at the destination to get their goods. If you hold the paper, you hold the cargo. For example, if a credit requires shipment from Hong Kong port to Southampton port, this is the correct document. It must also clearly state that the goods have been shipped on board a specific vessel. That covers standard port-to-port journeys. But modern logistics often involve trucks and trains in a single trip. That leads us directly to our next key document. The Multimodal Transport Document covers a journey utilizing at least 2 different modes of transport under one contract. While the previous document was port-to-port, think of this document as door-to-door or warehouse-to-warehouse. The carrier takes responsibility for the entire journey, from the moment they pick up the goods inland until they deliver them to the final destination. Imagine a shipment starting at an inland factory in Kowloon. A truck takes the goods to Hong Kong port, they are loaded onto a ship to Southampton, and then trucked to Manchester. A multimodal transport document covers this entire chain. It would list the place of receipt as Kowloon and the final place of delivery as Manchester. Now, sometimes the security of holding a physical title document isn't necessary, and speed is more important. This brings us to the Non-Negotiable Seaway Bill. This is used for port-to-port shipments where speed is priority. Unlike the traditional bill of lading we discussed first, the Seaway Bill is not a document of title. You do not need to surrender a physical paper to get the goods. Think of the Seaway Bill like a standard postal package label. When a package arrives at your home, you don't need a special claim ticket to get it. It is simply delivered to the person named on the label. With the waybill, the carrier releases the goods to the named receiver upon reasonable proof of identity. This avoids delays when fast ships arrive at the destination before the paperwork arrives through the mail. It is ideal for shipments between trusted business partners or different branches of the same company. Next, we move away from standard container shipping and look at situations where a shipper rents an entire ship. Number 4 is the Charter Party Bill of Lading. This is used when a shipper charters or rents an entire vessel rather than just booking space on a regular liner service. If a standard bill of lading is like buying a ticket on a public bus route, a charter party bill is like hiring a private bus for your group. These are almost exclusively used for bulk commodities like oil, grain, or chemicals. The document will indicate it is subject to a charter party contract. It is important to note that banks will not examine the complex private rental contracts behind these documents. Finally, let's leave the ocean and look at air transport. For goods moving by plane, we use the air transport document, commonly called an airway bill. Because air freight is so fast, the goods almost always arrive before the documents. Therefore, airway bills are strictly non-negotiable. Like the seaway bill, they are not documents of title. They are receipts for the goods and evidence of the contract. You cannot issue an airway bill to order, meaning it cannot be transferred. It must be consigned to a specific named party. Before we wrap up, let's address a common questions beginners often have about these documents. Question: can I just use a multimodal document if my shipment is only going port to port? Answer: technically you might get away with it, but it is incorrect practice. If the journey is strictly port to port, Use a marine bill of lading or seaway bill. Multimodal documents are specifically designed for contracts involving two or more different modes of transport. To summarize the main points, use a marine bill of lading for standard sea shipments where security and ownership transfer are required. Use a multimodal document when the carrier handles combined inland and sea transport. Use a seaway bill for short journeys or trusted partners to avoid paperwork delays. Use a charter party bill for bulk commodities. And use an airway bill for all air freight. I have a question for you to answer in the comments below. Does your current supply chain rely on negotiable bills of lading out of habit? Or could you switch to non-negotiable seaway bills to speed things up and eliminate fees? If you found this methodical breakdown helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more straightforward trade guides. Thank you for watching.
Stay ahead in the world of global commerce. Subscribe to Vanijja for expert analysis. And don't forget to like this video.